The Christmas invitation never arrived. No call, no email, just silence. In Chicago, the winter air felt like shards of glass on my skin whenever I stepped outside. I kept checking my phone, knowing there'd be nothing. My thumb would hover over my messages app, wishing for a cheerful text from Mom about holiday dinner. No silly meme from Dad about tangled Christmas lights, no desperate message from Alex begging me to help wrap gifts. Just emptiness. It felt like I'd been erased. But on December 20th, I got something. Not a card, not a gift. A UPS envelope, rigid and official. My parents' names were on the return label. My pulse jumped. Maybe it was a late invitation, a peace offering. I tore it open, fingers shaking. Inside was a single sheet. No letter, no note, just an invoice. Formal. I blinked at the number. $25,000, 0 cents. The amount slammed into me like ice water. I read the description twice. For the SUV I'd helped my younger brother test drive last spring. My breath caught. $25,000. No explanation. No, dear Chloe. No sorry. Just a demand for money. That's when it sank in. I wasn't family anymore. I was a transaction. A bank account. I'm Chloe Wynn, 30, living in Chicago, Illinois. And this is how my family tried to erase me. And how I quietly made sure they remembered me every Christmas afterward. Before I tell you what I did, drop a comment if your family's ever treated you like a wallet. And follow me if you believe in quiet victories. I'm Chloe Wynn. I built my own digital marketing agency from scratch. Long nights, cheap takeout, but I made it. On my terms. I had to. That's how it always worked in my family. I learned early that if I wanted something, I had to make it happen myself. There was no one else to count on. We lived in a nice condo in Chicago, a perfect-looking home, a perfect-looking family. From the outside, my parents, Lynn and Victor, cared deeply about appearances, about how we seemed to neighbors, friends, anyone watching, more than feeling sometimes. More than honesty. Our holiday photos were flawless. Every school event, we posed like the perfect family. We looked like we belonged. The truth was different. My younger brother is Alex. He's 24 now. He was always the golden one. The star. Everything he did seemed perfect in their eyes. Even when it wasn't. Even when he messed up. He could do no wrong. He was dramatic, always, and my parents defended him no matter what. No matter how loudly he yelled, no matter how clearly he was at fault. Oh, that's just Alex being sensitive, my mom would say. Or, Alex needs more support, Chloe. I never got that. I was just expected to be strong. I saw it my entire life. I was 5 and Alex 3, ripped, my drawing. My careful picture, ruined. I cried. My mom rushed to Alex. Are you okay, sweetheart? Did Chloe scare you? Not, Chloe, are you all right? It was always like that. Birthdays, holidays. Alex got the bigger slice of cake, the more expensive gifts. The comfort. I was told to share, to be patient, to be mature, and me, I was expected to give back. That's what they'd say, Chloe, you're so responsible, you give back. Meaning Chloe paid, Chloe fixed things. I proofread Alex's essays. I drove him to auditions. I listened to his problems. I was his built-in support. His emotional punching bag sometimes. When Alex went to college, I paid a big part of his tuition. Not all of it, but a substantial piece. My parents said money was tight. It would help Alex get started. Chloe, you're doing so well with your business. I wanted him to have a good start. I wanted to help my brother. He was family. So, I did it. And when he graduated, I helped him with job leads, used my contacts, sent his resume around. It wasn't hard for me. I wanted to be a good sister. I thought it showed them I cared, that I was part of the family. Then last spring, Alex's old car broke down. Total wreck. Alex called me, crying. I can't get to auditions. My life's over. My parents' credit was, they claimed, maxed out. Too many bills. Too many shopping sprees for Alex, I suspected. They stared at me, their eyes full of silent pressure. Alex needs a car, Chloe. For his career. For everything. So, I did it. I co-signed on a new car. It was a $25,000 0 cents loan. A big amount. But they promised, we'll pay you back in a few weeks. Just until we shift funds. It sounded fair. I trusted them. It was my family, after all. Weeks turned into months. No mention of repayment, no thanks for helping Alex, no apology for the silence. But we will. Nothing. The loan payments drained my account every month. A sharp reminder that I was on the hook. And they stayed silent. Still, I kept showing up. Because that's who I was, the dependable one. Last Christmas, I cooked dinner. My mom bragged about her roast duck, but I cooked it. And all the sides. I brought gifts for everyone, thoughtful gifts. Even though money was tight. After those car payments. And what did I get? My mom Lynn glanced me over. My cozy jeans, my soft sweater. Chloe, she said, her voice just sharp enough. Why aren't you wearing heels? It's Christmas. We have company. Just like that, after hours in the kitchen, after buying gifts, a comment about my shoes. It was always something. This year, I knew I had to set limits. It was hard. Work had slowed down. Money felt tighter. And I was exhausted. Tired of being the helper. Tired of being the bank. So I told them I couldn't host Christmas this year. Mom, I just can't. Work is overwhelming. And I need a break. I said it carefully. I hoped they'd understand. And I said I couldn't give them more money. Not right now. Things were tight. Mom, with the business and bills. I didn't mention the car payments. I thought they knew. They had to know. That's when the silence began. Not a fight, no shouting, no insults. Something worse. Nothing at all. A vacuum. They just stopped talking to me. My calls went unanswered, my texts stayed unread. It was like I'd disappeared. December came. Chicago turned icy. My phone stayed still. No notifications. No calls. No Christmas invite. My stomach twisted every time I glanced at my screen. It felt like waiting for bad news. Or even worse, no news at all. I kept checking just in case. Maybe I'd missed something. I hadn't. Each day that passed, the dread grew. Christmas crept closer. And I felt, outside, looking in. Meanwhile, Alex was everywhere. His Instagram glowed with holiday cheer. Twinkling light. A towering tree stacked with gifts. Perfect garlands. Like a catalog photo shoot. And the captions. Tiny stabs in my chest. Feeling blessed for my amazing family this Christmas. Stick around and hit subscribe if you've ever felt invisible in your own family, and don't miss what I finally did to make them see me for good. And then the post that cut deep. Can't wait to be with my real ones this year. No time for fake stuff. Real ones. That meant me, I guess. I wasn't real enough for them. I wasn't one of their real ones. Then came December 23rd. The day before Christmas Eve. A UPS envelope arrived at my door. It looked so official. So final. I picked it up. My fingers felt cold. Maybe it was an apology. Maybe a late invitation. A peace offering. I ripped it open, my hands shaking. I wanted so much for it to be different. Inside, one piece of paper. Not a kind note. Not even a short letter. Just a printed invoice. Marked urgent. Payment due. It was from my parents. Their names at the top. Mine at the bottom. Listed as account holder. My eyes went to the amount. $25,000. It hit me like ice. Then I read the description. Outstanding balance for Alex's 2023 Toyota Corolla. My breath caught. $25,000. Just like that. No, dear Chloe. No apology, no explanation. Just a demand for money. A bill from my own family. They wanted me to pay for the car. $25,000. due before year end. They wrote that Alex was taking responsibility now. What did that mean? Taking responsibility by sticking me with the bill? And the part that hurt most, the lie. They claimed I'd promised to give him the car, as per your verbal agreement to gift the vehicle to Alex? A lie. I never said that. I'd asked to be paid back. Then the insult. They called me disruptive and unreliable. Disruptive, unreliable. Me, the one who always showed up, always paid, always helped. I felt betrayed. Completely. My own family. Cut out of Christmas. No invitation, no dinner, no explanation, nothing, and then they sent me a 5-figure bill. Like I was a stranger, a debtor, someone they barely knew, someone who owed them everything. My name was missing from the group chats, not in the family thread, not in the Christmas planning texts, nothing. I felt like a ghost. I found out things through others. My cousin Lily called that night. Hey, are you coming to the family dinner on the 24th? She asked, sounding casual. My stomach twisted. I tried to keep my voice calm. What dinner, Lily? I asked. She stammered something about Alex hosting. A big family gathering. Everyone was invited. Except me. I wasn't invited. I hung up, feeling empty. My heart cracked into sharp, aching pieces. It was Christmas Eve. Scents of pine and cinnamon drifted through the hallways of my building. I closed my door. I'd given them everything. My time, my money, my loyalty, my help, my presence. And what did they give me? Nothing. Just a bill. A cold, hard bill. And silence. A silence that shouted, "You are not wanted." For 2 days, I spiraled. It felt like falling down a bottomless pit. Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, I spent them alone. My apartment felt endless and echoing. The quiet around me roared. Every holiday photo online, every cheerful song, felt like a cruel jab. I couldn't eat, couldn't sleep, my thoughts raced, replaying my whole life with them. All the times I was invisible. All the times Alex was celebrated. All the times I said yes instead of no. My chest squeezed tight, breath short. My eyes burned with tears, but I refused to cry. Not yet. I opened the loan files for Alex's car. Digital copies on my laptop, paper copies hidden in my file cabinet. My hands trembled as I pulled out the papers. I printed them again, needing to see the words in black and white. My name stared back at me, bold and clear. Chloe Nguyen, primary cosigner. Beneath it, Alex's name as the secondary borrower. That meant I was still on the hook for $25,000, 0 cents for his car. And if Alex stopped paying, it would crush my credit, wipe out my stability, my independence. I checked Alex's Instagram again. He was posting constantly. Selfies. Driving around in my car. His new car. Showing off. Tagging fancy malls. Shopping bags piled high in the back seat. Laughing, smiling, living his best life. While I sat alone, gripping an invoice for his car, a car tied to my name. My problem. The injustice burned in my gut. I considered paying it off. Just to end it, to make the problem vanish. Maybe win my way back into the family. To stop the silence, to ease the pain. Maybe if I paid, they'd see I still cared. Still wanted them, still belonged. But then I read the invoice again. Disruptive and unreliable. Those words echoed in my mind. They called me unreliable. Me who always showed up. Me who fixed their messes. Me who paid every time. I stared at the loan contract again. My name. Primary cosigner. Not a backup. Not just a helper. Primary. That meant I had rights. Control over the car. It wasn't just Alex's. It was tied to me, my credit, my future, and they called me unreliable. They twisted my help into a supposed gift, sent me a bill after shutting me out. Something shifted inside me. A silent click. Not rage, calm certainty. I was done being used. December 26th, The day after Christmas. The day they thought I'd just pay quietly. I didn't. I took a hot shower. I dressed with purpose. No pajamas, no leggings, real clothes, a crisp white blouse, dark jeans. My head felt clear, focused. I drove to the dealership, the one where Alex chose his car, the same place I'd driven him, where I'd sat patiently while he picked colors and features. I'd even helped negotiate the price down. I carried the original loan papers, every document organized in a folder. My hands were steady now. I stepped inside. The dealership was calm, post-Christmas quiet. I asked for finance. A man named Mr. Carter came out. I sat across his desk. My voice was firm, calm, professional. I explained everything. My name's on this loan, I said, pushing the documents over. As primary cosigner, I haven't been repaid as promised. This is a breach. I'd called a lawyer the night before, a friend's referral. He'd told me clearly, "You have rights, Chloe. You can reclaim the car." My lawyer drafted a letter. I handed it to Mr. Carter. He read it carefully. His eyebrows lifted. He glanced at me, then at the paperwork. "So you're saying your brother stopped paying and you want the vehicle back?" he asked. I shook my head slightly. "I'm saying the repayment agreement wasn't honored. My name's on the loan. I want to file for recovery." Saying it felt strange, like it was someone else's battle. But it was mine. Mr. Carter began calling people. Finance, legal. I sat waiting, quiet but resolute. My phone buzzed. My lawyer checked in. I gave him an update. He told me to stay strong. I felt calm power rising. For the first time, I was deciding the terms. For once, I was in charge. With my lawyer on the phone for quick advice and help from the finance company, everything moved fast, faster than I expected. They confirmed I was the primary cosigner. No repayment had come. Repossession began. The car was taken back in 48 hours, straight from Alex's driveway. They came quietly and hauled it away. Alex's rage exploded publicly. His TikTok went viral. "My car was stolen," he shouted into his phone. His face red and tear-streaked. "By my own sister," he cried. Yelled. Filmed the empty driveway. Thousands commented. Some defended him. "Haha, that's so harsh." Others were blunt. "Maybe pay your sister back, Alex." "Is this the car your sister paid for?" I watched the video once. His tears meant nothing to me. His drama felt hollow. Then I blocked him. I stayed silent online. No posts, no explanations, no scenes. I blocked everyone. My parents, Alex, cousins texting, demanding answers. I deleted their numbers. Filed it all away under peace. A calm washed over me. A quiet power I hadn't felt in years. It felt like a weight lifted. Then I took the car back to the dealership, told them to sell it. I got back a decent sum, not all, but enough to cover payments and some stress. Part of it I donated. Not to them, not to my family, but to a women's shelter in Chicago, a place helping women rebuild, empowering them. I donated in my family's name, a silent nod to what they weren't. It felt right, like giving back on my terms. In January, the calls began, from my mom, my dad, then both. "Chloe, how could you do this?" my mom shouted. "Alex is devastated," my dad said. "You ruined Christmas. They called me selfish. I listened. Let them rage. I was ready." Then their anger faded into pleading. "Alex needs his car for work. Please, Chloe, can't we fix this?" Answered once, calm, clear. "I'm not your bank. I'm not the villain in your story. You chose Alex. You cut me out, sent me a bill, not an invite. So send him the bills from now on." Then I hung up. I felt free. That winter, I booked a solo trip to Oregon. Snow. Silence. A small cabin. I hiked, read, drank tea. Found peace I'd never known. A real Christmas, for me. Before leaving, I sent a simple white card, 3 words inside: Merry Christmas anyway. No return address. Just theirs. And let it go. All of it. Would you pay if your family cut you out and sent a bill? Or take back what's yours? Let me know. And if this hits home, like, subscribe, and share with someone who knows what real self-respect costs.